Have you ever observed a subtle change in your body as the years pass, despite the fact that you continue to practice physical activity and eat in a manner that you believe to be healthy? In spite of the fact that you go for walks every day, reduce the amount of food you eat, and even attempt the supplements that your doctor recommended, it is clear that you have made an effort. You have persevered through checkups, made adjustments to your routines, and continued on with your life because that is what confident guys do. But despite this, that nagging worry continues to persist. What would you do if there was an element in your everyday routine that was working against you in the background, even if it was something as basic as problems with blood flow? If you find out what it is, you could be startled. Stay with me, because I'm going to share the most surprising adjustment that most seniors are surprised by the time I reach the conclusion of this article. This modification could be the secret to increased vitality without seniors even recognizing how simple it is. Imagine this shift coming about in a way that is unnoticed and gradual, without you even being aware that it is taking place. After a year, everything seems to be in order. After that, you detect a decrease in energy or experience reluctance during those personal moments. After the age of 60, this is not merely typical, it is important. It is possible for it to result in concerns regarding performance or the underlying dread of requiring additional assistance, such as relying on electronic equipment or avoiding intimacy completely. No man ever wants to be forced to deal with restrictions in his personal life or to lose the feeling of independence he used to have in his marriage. However, take note, it is not unavoidable. This omission in your typical health routine does not have to be the defining characteristic of your latter years. Let's now identify the adversary that has been hiding in the shadows. Age or any other form of inevitable decline is not the only factor. A progressive restriction that leads to what some people refer to as atrophy is the consequence of inadequate blood supply to sensitive tissues. After the age of 60, this might occur in a quiet manner when vessels lose their flexibility, resulting in a reduction in the delivery of nutrients, similar to a pipe that has become narrower. It's possible that daily routines, such as reducing the amount of physical exercise you do, are contributing to the development of stiffer tissues and a diminished vitality. But don't freak out just yet. The key is to be aware of what promotes flow and what should be taken into consideration for improved health. What the majority of people don't realize, and this completely changes the narrative, is that vitality is not doomed to diminish after the age of 60. When we were younger, our blood was pumped really strongly. However, paying attention to flow can be beneficial after the age of 60. In older persons, research conducted by the National Institutes of Health establishes a connection between improved circulation and overall health. In yet another study published in the Journal of Urology, lifestyle factors were found to be associated with tissue health. Rather than being a fault, this is a movement in paradigm. Although decline is not the bad guy, disregarding flow is a silent error that can build up to a significant amount. These are the 8 suggestions that we are going to count down today, ranging from cautions about things to avoid to suggestions for support. Let's begin with the least sneaky of the bunch. Stay tuned for the most important revelation. In most cases, senior citizens do not anticipate this game-changing event. Let us delve into the 8th topic, which is excessive stress that is not alleviated. After the age of 60, persistent anxiety causes vessels to constrict, resulting in a reduction in flow that was unexpected. The science behind it is plain and simple. Stress causes an increase in cortisol, which, like a fist that is clenched, restricts the amount of nutrients that can be accessed. This everyday mechanism is responsible for minor alterations that occur throughout time. Is it a personal attack? When you engage in activities, your balance decreases, your energy decreases when you go out, and your independence decreases when you find that your hobbies are exhausting, which reduces your freedom. Here is a straightforward action. Each day, take 5 minutes to focus on deep breathing. They are conducive to a steady flow, so switch for a tranquil walk. Will it be simple to begin today? To make matters even worse, we have arrived at number 7, terrible sleeping habits. When a person reaches the age of 60, short nights upset the hormone balance, which acts as a hidden barrier to recuperation. One way to think of it is as skipping rest. Growth factors decrease, which has a subtle effect on tissues. Without even being aware of it, this results in mornings that are less robust. When it comes to impact, your mobility decreases, your steps become shorter, your balance becomes unstable on routes, your energy levels drop, leaving you feeling winded, and that walker in the closet begins to appear familiar. Take this step. Make it a goal to spend 7 hours in a dark room every night. Reading, which is easier on your system, should be used in place of late screens. Only a minor adjustment, but a significant relief. And the situation gets much worse from there. The sixth worst of all is diets that are high in sugar. After the age of 60, eating an excessive amount of sweets causes insulin to increase, which in turn promotes fat accumulation and congestion. Simply put, sugar is a source of resistance, causing places to bloat like a gradual clog and making it more difficult to reach. From a personal standpoint, this means experiencing achy joints, wobbly balance on grass, low energy for family, and a subtle loss of freedom to move wherever you want. Cut back on sweets to once a week and eat only a tiny piece of them. Eat vegetables since they help maintain equilibrium without causing spikes. You should give it a shot at supper. Moreover, sedentary activities are much more concerning, which brings us to number 4. After the age of 60, sitting for an extended period of time causes flow to stall, much like a river that has been dammed. In the context of normal life, inactivity decreases circulation, which gently deprives tissues of oxygen levels. What's the big deal? If you delay to rise, your energy will crash, you will lose your balance on tiles, and your independence will slide, turning delights into efforts. Easy solution. Stand up every hour and go for a brief stroll. Do it every day. Your body will be grateful. Now that we are getting close to the top 3, here is the catch. These next ones are hiding in plain sight, appearing to be fundamentals, but they pack a more powerful punch of power. Point number 3, the signals of low testosterone are ignored. After the age of 60, ignoring dips allows changes to accumulate. The most straightforward method is that hormones direct maintenance, which, like running out of fuel, costs resources and targets vitality. After the age of 60, as you walk, your balance begins to waver, your energy levels begin to drop, and you begin to fear excursions. Take action, check levels with the doctor, and if they are low, support with rest. Replace processed foods with nuts. They provide nutrients without causing any drag. Now is the time to begin trading. Before we move on to the second section, I would like to make a very crucial clarification. These aren't all terrible forever, but after 60, they become silent errors that build up very quickly. Unchecked abdominal fat is the second problem. After the age of 60, excess functions as a barrier, causing congestion and obstructing flow. To put it simply, fat is a source of inflammation, and it acts like a sponge that absorbs pollutants. It also causes tissues to become bloated and weak. For me, this means that my strides are shorter, my equilibrium is unstable, I have less energy for hobbies, and I am becoming increasingly dependent on routines. Measure your waist once a week and make it your goal to lose weight. Even better, include greens, which are a source of nutrition without causing bloating. After breakfast tomorrow, you should make the switch. Throughout all of this, I have been hinting at it, which is the most significant difference that most elderly citizens find surprising. It is not another avoid. Rather, it is the hidden weapon that you have neglected to use, the one addition that has the potential to reconstruct what these other additions have destroyed. Please bear with me for a little while longer. It is much easier than you might imagine, and it is directly related to the issue that you initially expressed. At long last, the big revelation has arrived. What is the most important secret weapon? The use of vacuum pumps for light exercise. Yes, those straightforward devices that the majority of elderly people consider to be merely assistants, but this is directly related to the promise we made at the beginning. Whereas factors sneak in alterations without the individual being aware of it, pumps gently stimulate flow from within. How come? To put it another way, they generate a moderate pressure that draws blood in, much like a workout for the tissues. This may help improve circulation and is connected with maintenance in certain studies on men's health. After the age of 60, This indicates increased self-assurance, consistent energy, and vigor that continues throughout the day. With ease of implementation, begin with a high-quality pump and use it for 3 to 5 minutes, 4 to 5 times each week, either immediately after warming up or after you have finished. At a minimum, perform it 3 times per week. Mix it with massage and avoid applying excessive pressure. Here's the catch. Many elderly people don't notice help for several weeks. You will be grateful to your future self if you give it a shot. There is still time. It is not even close to being too late. You already possess years of experience and strength. This is really a matter of fine-tuning for the path that lies ahead. The following is a 5-step action plan that you may use to enhance vitality beginning today. Auditing habits is the first step. Reduce your stress and sugar intake as we discussed earlier. The second step is to make sleep a priority. Tomorrow you should aim for 7 hours. The third step is to move around every day by going for short walks. Fourth step, check your testosterone levels and supplement with greens. In the fifth step, gently accept pumps, establish a reminder, and construct without passing judgment. Repeat once a week. Make a note of days that are easier, and adjust as you feel is appropriate. Taking baby steps might lead to silent victories. If this resonates with you, please put one in the comments section. Together, let's get guys to share their experiences of regaining their power. Please type 0 if there is a piece that has you confused. I will explain it more. And from what source? Allow me to connect with people all over the world. You should consult your physician for checks and personal fits, especially when it comes to medications. This is merely informative sharing and not medical advice. Stay with us because we are going to discuss 3 kitchen changes that can improve flow. You have earned bright tomorrows. Now is the time to step into them.